Hey, what's up? It's your boy JP clocking in with you guys. And as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to explain to you guys why, dating modern women and taking modern women seriously, you're basically just playing a game. You know, when you play a game, like back in the day, you have a bunch of coins, you want to play Pac-Man, right? You want to play Pac-Man, you have a bunch of coins, you have, quarters that you're putting into this machine. And so long as you're putting in the quarter, the machine's going to keep working. The machine's going to keep playing the game with you. You're going to play it. You're going to press some buttons and it's going to do this for you. You're going to press the joystick and it's going to do that. It's going to do that for you. So long as you keep putting the quarters in, the machine's going to keep running, the machine's going to keep operating, the machine's going to keep, giving the idea that, you're its favorite player. But the second you stop feeding the machine the coins, the second you run out of quarters, the second you run out of, monetary value, that machine's going to shut down on you and want another player to play it, and that's a great analogy because I very much see that modern women today are they're basically complex concubines, to say the least, It feels like a lot of these women are prostitutes and they don't really realize that they're prostitutes. They're hiding it behind the fact that, I want a traditional dude, I want this, I want that, and it's like, you're basically a prostitute, sweetheart. like you can't say that, some of these women won't even entertain you unless you have money. They won't even have a conversation with you like a human being unless they perceive that you have money. And that's the craziest shit in the world. You mean to tell me if I say hi to you just to be a decent human being, you're not even gonna say hi back just because you don't perceive that I have money? Like back in the day, we used to be like, hey, how you doing? How's your day going? You look good today and good morning and all that shit. But even that requires fucking money now. Human decency, human interaction requires money now. And that's fucking crazy, bro. And a lot of these women, like I said, they're complex concubines, they're, they're prostitutes, man. They're prostitutes and they don't know it. They don't know it, bro. They hide it behind, oh, I want a traditional man and I want a man to do this for me. I want a man to do that. Like, how do you expect a man to do all of this stuff when you're not even the representation of what a man would want in a wife, man? Like, you're not even, like, you're on social media all day. You post yourself half naked on the internet all fucking day. You follow the fucking whole ass algorithm that's in circulation right now. You follow people like Sexy Red, Glorilla, Kim Kardashian. Like, you follow these women like you're a fucking sycophant or something. And you want a man to go out of his way to spend money on you, to do all this shit on you, to be charismatic, to be funny, to know how to fight, to know how to cook, to be your emotional backbone. You want all this shit, but the only thing you have to bring to the table is just headache and, a depreciating asset, you know, you know, that's all you have to offer. A normal man who just wants to get a wife and live life and settle down, the second that you perceive that you have the upper hand, you're going to try to take everything he's fucking got. Because that's how you bitches are. You bitches are fucking evil. You bitches are conniving. You bitches are fucking, you bitches fucking, you guys playing chess, the whole time. And some of these guys actually fucking love you. Some of these guys will actually, stand in front of a bullet for you guys. Because they really, really, really fucking love you. They really do. And they don't realize that shit, bro. They don't realize that we really love somebody ass, bro. They don't realize it. All they see is, the shit that they see on social media, man. All they see is the glamorous virtual reality fucking purgatory that they're stuck in. That's all they fucking see. And when you try to drag them out of that fucking virtual reality and bring them out into the real world and show them that, we're trying to do this for you, we're trying to do that for you, we're trying to show you what a real woman should be like, they don't have any interest in that. Social media is like it's an escape for these women. So they don't have to look themselves in the mirror and see who the fuck they really are. They get to play an avatar on Instagram. They get to play an avatar on Facebook. They get to play an avatar on TikTok and fucking only they get to play a character on there, and they get to, their brain forces them to believe that that character is their real selves when it's really not, bro. You know, it gives them the impression that they have all these options, man. And it's just these women's brains are fucking cooked beyond repair, man. I feel so fucking bad for the dudes that's getting married right now, bro. I feel so fucking bad for the dudes that's getting these fucking godforsaken women pregnant, bro. I feel so fucking bad, bro. I feel bad for whoever's within the sound of my voice that's gotten a woman pregnant in this generation that has all the regret in the world, bro, because I fucking feel you, brother. I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you to fucking a Google Plex degree, bro. Because the shit that I've seen out here, bro, the shit that I've witnessed with my own eyes from these fucking sexy red midgets, these Kim Kardashian clones, the shit that I've fucking seen, bro. My God, bro, it would make any man fucking off himself and pull a fucking Chris Benoit, if you know what I mean, bro. Like, my God, bro. My fucking God. But it's like, man, it's like, what the fuck happened to women, bro? Like, what happened? Like, how did we get this far, gone into the abyss where, it's like everyone in every age demographic is a fucking prostitute. And you would think that the older women would be the leading example. You would think that the older women would be the ones to show the younger ones that, hey, you shouldn't dress like this. Hey, don't go outside like that. Hey, don't speak that way. Hey, you shouldn't be letting all these dudes run up in you and, have a little more self-respect about yourself. You would think that the older women would be the ones setting the example or trying to beseech these fucking demons to do better with their fucking life, but it's like they're under the fucking spell too, man. They're under the spell. They're under a spell too, man. I've seen some of these 40, 50, 60-year-old women want to be competing with the fucking 20-year-olds. Yeah, they want to be a fucking MILF. They want to be a baddie MILF or a fucking whatever the fuck they call it, a cougar or whatever the fuck. They say, oh, we cougars are taking over and all this dumbass shit. I'm like, what? They're out here competing with the young ones. You guys should be the fucking elders. You telling me the elders are Jezebels too? Oh man, there is no hope then. You have little 6-year-old, 8-year-old kids twerking the sexy red. You have teenagers and 20-year-olds and 30-year-olds fucking beyond saving. And then you have 40, 50, 60-year-olds fucking stuck in a fucking prostitute midlife crisis. Oh, I never got to be a Jezebel when I was younger, so I'm trying to, make up for all that lost time. And it's like, damn. all age demographics are fucked up, all age demographic of women is fucked up. Like, damn, bro. Like, what fucking hope is there? What fucking hope is there, man? Like, no wonder the STD rates are fucking skyrocketing right now. No fucking wonder. And it's like, man, who in the fuck would want to have anything to do with these fucking modern women? Like, these women are fucking nuts, bro. They're fucking nuts, bro. And I remember one time this girl that I was, kind of like fucking with, I was sleeping in my bed late at night, and she, she's a girl that I'm relatively cool with. Like, we chill out sometimes, I pull up to her house like late at night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. We just like, we chill on the street, we talk, we do shit like that. But, lately it's like, she's like becoming like a user. Like, I remember one time I was sleeping in my bed and she's telling me, "Yo, yo, 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 get up. I have to get to work." I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna take you to work." Boom, 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 boom. The next day, okay, I need $20. I'm like, all right, cool. Boom, I give it to her. Then the next day, she's like, "Oh, I'm stuck at the beach. I need a ride." I'm like, "What does that have to do with me?" You know? And she's always made it clear that, listen, we're cool, but we're not like that. I'm saying, okay, cool. You're a cool homegirl, you know? You're a cool homegirl. I'll keep you as that. So she's like, "Oh, I need you to pick me up from the beach." And I'm like, why are you asking me to do all these things? It's like I'm not even your fucking boyfriend, and I feel like I'm doing all these boyfriend duties and shit. Like, like that's the thing with being trying to be friends and cool with a female. It's like you end up doing all these boyfriend obligations for them. It's like I gave you $20, you know, yesterday, and before yesterday I took you to work, and now today you're asking me to come pick you up from the beach because you have no car. And my response was, "How the fuck did you even get over there? You don't even have a fucking car. So how did you get over there?" Oh, she said, "Oh well, I took the bus with my homegirl, and you know, the bus closes at this time." Okay, so why didn't you leave before the bus closed? Why did you stay there so late? You know? And she got mad and shit. She got so fucking mad. She started saying, "Oh, you're fake, and oh, you're broke, you're this, you're that." And I'm like, "Okay, goodbye." I hung up the phone and went back to sleep. You know, and that's my issue, man. It's like they try to use that you're broke and these emasculation, you know, manipulation tactics, bro. That's what they try to do when you don't fall for their like, little emotional blackmail. That's what they try to do. You know, they try to go into like, you know, this manipulation woman type mode. You know, and I was saying to her like, "Listen, bro, I'm not your boyfriend. Like, you can't call me for all of this shit day after day after day after you made it specifically clear that we're not like that. We're cool. You know, I do shit for you from time to time, but I'm spending money. I'm picking you up. I'm dropping you like, and I'm not even fucking you. So what am I doing all this for?" Like like a homegirl is like, okay, cool, like a friend female, like you do some shit from like time to time, but day after like 3 days out of the week, nah, that's like you're my girlfriend and you ain't my girlfriend, like, you know. And I let her know that, and you know, she went off, bro. She went off. And it's like, what you want me to do about it? You know, I'm playing my role that I've been assigned. You know, you let me know what it is, and I'm acting accordingly. You know, and they hate that shit. They hate when you try to hold them accountable. They hate that shit. You know, but back to the subject, it's like this is how these women are, bro. They're like a black hole. They like suck everything around them into a fucking an abyss. And when you don't allow them to fucking suck you dry, you know, they they're gonna try to emasculate you. They're gonna do a humiliation ritual. They're gonna try to talk bad about you. They're gonna try to emotionally blackmail you. You know, they're gonna say, "Oh, you're broke, you're this," but don't listen to none of that shit, bro. Don't listen, bro. You know, these women out here, they have no code, bro. And I just, you know, and people always ask me, my mom want me to have a fucking kid and have a baby. I'm like, I don't want to do this shit. Look at the options that we have to choose from. Like, look at this shit out here. Look at all these women in family court. Look at all these women doing this child support hustle shit. You know, look at all these women that's just, you know, using their babies as pawns and shit. And you want me to fucking participate in that? You want me to get in that little fucking circus show? No, bro. I'm not gonna have the government nowhere near my fucking money. Fuck a child support. Fuck alimony. Bitch, fuck all of that shit. It's what the fuck? No, sir. No, sir. You know, my mom want me to do it. I'm sorry, mom. This legacy dies with me, bro. You saved the best for last. You know, but you know, that's my case against these women out here. These modern day 304s, bro. These 304s, bro, will drag you into hell, bro. You gotta have a lot of self-control to fucking survive out here with these women, bro. Because once they sense that you're a fucking a tender dick person, like you can't control your urges, you can't control yourself, like you're a slave to your urges, they're gonna they're gonna go in for the kill, man. They're gonna eat you alive, man. Once they sense that off of you, once they sense that you lead with your flesh, bro, they're gonna have a field day with your ass, bro. They're gonna have a field day, man. They're gonna have a field day with you, bro. They're gonna be running relay races around your ass, bro. You got to be able to control yourself, otherwise, bro, you're gonna end up fucked up, bro. This is how I know that I have a guy that I know. He has 3 fucking baby mamas. 3 baby mamas, fucking 5 kids, and he's paying child support on all of them. You know, that shit will drive you into a depression like no other, bro. Like nothing you've ever seen, bro. Like you'll see a person so full of light, so full of joy, so full of energy, and they get involved with these women. Now these women taking them to court, keeping the kid away from them, taking money away from them, stressing them out, called bringing chaos. That's what they are, agents of chaos. Bringing all this chaos into a dude's life, bro, and you will see that dude do a complete fucking 180, bro. He'll start doing drugs. He'll start drinking more. He'll be more, irritable. He'll be more angry. He'll be more, more of everything that he wasn't before. It will destroy you, bro. It will fucking destroy you. That's why I say, man, you gotta be careful who you have kids with, bro. You gotta be careful who you choose to get involved with. Because I've seen people just absolutely turn into monsters, bro, behind the women that they had kids with. But that's my rant on these modern women. That's my rant. That's my rant. Don't trust these hoes. Fuck these hoes. Focus on yourself, king. Focus on your life. Focus on your money. Focus on your health. Don't get caught up to the relationship. Relationships are nothing more than a game. Like what I said in the beginning of this video, it's a game. It's like Pac-Man. Pac-Man wants to play with you so long as you got a duffel full of coins, a duffel full of quarters. Pac-Man's gonna activate. Pac-Man's gonna play with you. Pac-Man will let you get to round 50 if the coins keep coming in. Once you stop putting coins in that machine, she's going to leave you. Pac-Man is gonna stop. You're playing a game when you go into relationship. Relationships are not deep. Relationships are not, romantic. It's a game. It's an exchange of good and services. That's what it is. Marriage too, man. Marriage too. So you guys protect yourself. Understand that these things are trivial. They're not deep. They're not romantic. They're not philosophical. They're not anything that been brainwashed into our heads by the movies and the religion and all that stuff. These women are only out for themselves, bro. Men are in love and women are in business, bro. Point blank, period. And that's what I have to say about that. But leave a comment down below, subscribe, share. I'm dropping heat after heat, banger after banger. It's your boy JP, and I'm clocking out.